On the 24th of March, 1989, the tanker Exxon Valdez ran onto Bligh Reef in Prince William Sound, Alaska, and began to leak. The Sound is a sheltered stretch of water between the Alaskan mainland and the islands, with a shipping lane running through it. The tanker was carrying crude from the Prudhoe Bay field, bound for Long Beach in California. She left the terminal at 12 minutes past 9 in the evening, and the captain went below shortly afterwards. The ship had steered out of the outbound lane to get around small icebergs, then was put on a southerly course and set on autopilot. The captain then left the navigation bridge for the night, leaving the third mate in charge of a loaded tanker outside its lane. The lookout reported the light on Bligh Reef well off to starboard, which meant the ship was on the wrong side of it. There was equipment aboard whose whole purpose was to see this coming, and it was not working. Somebody had bolted a radar reflector to the rock inland of Bligh Reef, and a working radar would have painted it. The hull opened along the bottom and the cargo started leaving the ship immediately. Of the 53 million gallons aboard, 5.8 million came out in the first few hours. From the air, the slick spread out from the ship across the Sound and kept going. The captain worked the engines against the reef for a long time after the grounding, trying to pull her off. Booms and skimmers were the plan. On the night it mattered, the skimmers were not there to be used. By the time it was, the oil had already changed into something much harder to lift off the water.
The oil mixes with seawater and forms an emulsion. Left out, the surface crusts over, but the inside still has the consistency of mayonnaise, or mousse.
The cleanup became the largest in American history, with landing craft, hoses, and crews working the beaches by hand. The oil kept moving with the current, along shorelines with no roads and no way in except by boat. Sea otters, seabirds, and seals died in numbers nobody could count properly, because most of them sank. What could be gathered was bagged and carried off the beaches, load by load. An Anchorage jury awarded $287 million in actual damages, and $5 billion in punitive. The larger one never survived the appeals. It took 20 years of litigation before the punitive money was finally paid, at a fraction of the original figure. The company's own position, decades later, was that the Sound had come back.
We've done 350 peer-reviewed studies of Prince William Sound, and those studies conclude that Prince William Sound has recovered, it's healthy and it's thriving.
Beaches were washed, then washed again, and the oil kept coming back up through the gravel. This beach in the Bay of Isles had been signed off as clean when the photograph was taken. Government scientists went back and dug, and kept finding it under the surface. Old mussel beds may take 30 years to come back, and one of the 2 local orcapods has never recovered. A reflector was bolted to a rock so radar could find it, and the radar aboard had not been maintained. Which piece of safety equipment on your ship is currently broken?